If you were at the Slam, you're at Spider House on Tuesday.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna slam. I haven't slammed in over 7 years. I've just done features and stuff.
I started the first Slam, the Cheltenham Literature Festival in England, 1994. Ever since then, I've left it behind because I don't want to fight with anyone. And that includes the air. So if there's someone out there like Jules Precious Stone, she knows she's home. And this is for you. I was across the border doing a poetry reading in Windsor, Ontario. I got across the border fairly easy, but I come back to the United States and I'm stopped at the border. I'm asked by the person in uniform, what was your purpose of coming to Canada? I say, poetry. And he looks at me with that third eye grin and he says to me, you're a poet? And I think to myself, I'm a smaller man, yeah, and I know it. Yes. Then the most significant pause, like a library book that's overdue and you know quite well that you're feeling guilty and you don't know why. Is it something I've done in a past life or just maybe this one? That pause, you know that pause between life and death? When the percussion's about to come in and you're just waiting for that pulse beat. And he says to me, and this is true, I'm a poet too. And we're at the border of the United States. And there's 100 cars waiting to come in there. But he don't care, because when poets meet, they got things to talk about. They got things to read about. It's as eternal as fire and circle and stone and knife and cave, breath, prana and chi and ka. Because we go back far, far, far when everyone was a stranger and they had to make their own tribe out of the danger. And that's why we meet in places like this, a little sanctuary where you don't have to fight or have any conflict or vocabulary. You can be 7 years without it. This place where every person is heard fully and totally with every single chakra and we cooperate. It's strange to say it's kickback, but that don't mean there's any violence anyway. Musicians know they have to work with each other for a show. And if it ain't got music, how Ezra Pound says it's not really a poem. But man, he comes, addicted all the way from Houston. Can't find the muse in Houston. Gotta come down to Little Austin, like your pilgrimage from the Canada. Well, everyone's a university, and even if we make mistakes, you see, we ain't no laptop of necessity. We're fully, completely present, and that's a gift that we've got, to be with each other and share a lot of our sensations, perceptions which are constructive and creative. Collaboration is by far like little jigsaw pieces that make a great big picture outside the single vocabulary of our singular experience. There's something more happening here, something that illuminates little drops of epiphanies in what you share with your vocabularies. And if they say you're defining my day, you simply point to the way. We made it up any old way. That's what we're doing, you see. Start with our footprints towards the unknown. The soundtrack of this movie, 4G and 3D, and it's screamed on each other. Ah, lost sister, brother, we share the same air this evening there, and we form it harmonically. And if you try and tell someone who is not here, they do not understand. They think that poetry is dead in the land. Archaeologically and etymologically, they say, oh, poetry, that was so yesterday. And you say, I'm still breathing, and I'm still dreaming. And I'll come all the way from Houston down to Austin. I'll come all the way to Canada down to Austin, just to share a little bit of dreaming, a little bit of perceiving, a little bit of collaboration. That's why we're here this evening. 2 ears for listening, 1 tongue for singing. We all know we're in the same dream. That's why in the same room. The old grammarians used to memorize their speeches by visualizing a room in which a part of the speech was, and they'd go to the next corner of the imaginary house and they'd pick up the speech there. And all the old orators, the dialecticians, the argot, the unnamed ones, the wild birds, the pigeons, they're in the same sky like the dove and the eagle and the hawk, like the planes of Chicago Airport. We're all on different levels, but we're still in the same sky. We all have wings to fly. We listen deep, and we try to make value for the experience tonight. So thank you for being here. Thank you for dreaming. Thank you for being. This will never happen again. So if your memory fails you, when you try to explain what we tried to do, it lives inside the DNA inside of you. Take this away wherever you came from and where you're going to. The journey is part of you. We're all in process, it's true. And every one of us looks a little bit like every one of you. I don't need words to speak the truth. You hear it. You know it's you. Look at the mirror.